Hey y'all, so what does bloodletting, the occult, and tattooing all have to do with each other? Well, I'm going to tell you. Did you know that when God led the Israelites out of Egypt, he was leading them out of not only a physical enslavement, but also a spiritual enslavement? The reason that God sent 10 specific plagues to Egypt was not just to free the people, but it was to send a message. He wanted to directly confront the 10 principalities that were being worshipped. One of the main principalities there was Baal, or Baal, however you want to call it. Part of Baal worship actually involved both men and women being tattooed as a sign of allegiance or ownership to Baal. When God led the Israelites out of Egypt, he sternly warns them in Leviticus 18:28 not to make cuttings or markings upon their skin. Why did he do this? He did not want them to have any demonic doors open. These cuttings or markings would have led to a demonic blood covenant, which is obviously opening the doors to demons. We know that to be so. Now, there are blood covenants that are holy, that are of God. For example, when a man and a woman become one flesh, they are both virgins, they get married, they become one flesh, and they have intercourse for the first time, the hymen breaks, and so there's blood there, right? In fact, in ancient culture, when the husband would say, "Oh, my wife wasn't a virgin," her parents would take their bed sheets from their wedding night and say, "No, look, like here's the blood, here's the proof. You guys are now entered into a blood covenant because you are one flesh." Now, if we look at Elijah and the prophets of Baal, the prophets were getting frustrated because their god Baal was not doing anything. He was, as Elijah would say, "Is your God sleeping?" So they began to cut themselves, right, in hopes for their blood to have supernatural power to be able to prove that their God was real, which we know that he's not. Tattooing can open the door to a demonic blood covenant. I know this to be so. I'm a deliverance minister. When I went through my personal deliverance, I actually had a curse on this tattoo that had to be broken off. I know I've broken curses off in the name of Jesus of other people as well. So I strongly encourage you, brothers and sisters, before you go get a tattoo, be very cognizant of the spiritual consequences that can come. Now, I'm not going to say this happens with every tattoo or every instance, but this does happen. The enemy will use it, and he will use it to ensnare you. You may have all kinds of crazy things going on in your life after you get this tattoo, and you're wondering what the heck happened, and you may very well need some deliverance. Be wise. That's all I have to say, brothers and sisters.